how could the ups and downs of the stock market affect the current housing market? Well, Fox 5's real estate expert Ken Kaplan, the no bull agent, is back this morning. Ken, I'm convinced you bring donuts and bagels for us just to get a good interview. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, let's take a look at the big board again. From what I heard just a few moments ago, the markets are surging this morning. That's a live look at the Dow. We're now up about 232 points.
We are, and it looks like it's going to be more about where does it end at the end of the day, more than where it starts. I think that's going to be the real telltale sign. I think that this market and this fluctuating up and down in the stock market can affect this real estate market here in San Diego, and in a number of different ways. Typically, when the stock market is on the way down, the feds are not normally going to be raising interest rates, nor will banks. It means that low interest rates should remain in place, and that will continue to keep buyers in this market.
Okay, Ken, let's talk about, for most people looking at those numbers that we're seeing right now on the screen, they may see like the green and everything is going up and everything is good, and then they see the red and oh my goodness, what's going on with the stock market. But for the average person that could be watching right now that may not understand exactly what all this means, what they do understand is what's going on with my house. Can I buy a house? Can I sell a house? The value of my house. What does this mean for that person?
Well, the stability in the stock market always is going to tie into what people feel about their security and their investments. The more people who see the market going down, I think the more you'll see people taking money out of the stock market, possibly, and then putting it into the real estate market, which is already on fire with multiple offers all over the county. So what I think we'll see is going to be a continued movement in an upward trend for buyers and sellers. And I think you may have individuals who are on the fence as buyers going, wait a second, do I have enough in my 401k? Do I need to think about maybe I don't purchase because I'm not sure where my 401k will be going or my retirement will be going that's in the market? And I think that's how it may affect the housing here in San Diego. And the average person who's watching it, and for the long term, if they're looking at their investments in the market, it may not affect them. And that's kind of how you have to look at the housing market in the same way. If you're buying for long term, your property value may go up or down, but in the long term, it will be paid off as long as you continue to.
I think that's the rule that I've heard throughout the years, is that if you just hang on to your properties, at the end of the day, everything goes up 10, 20 years, right? If you look back.
Absolutely. And that's why a lot of people who are getting out of the stock market, and if they go into real estate, at least you know at the end of 15 years or 30 years, it's paid for. You may not know what it's worth, but it's paid for.
Okay, let's talk a little bit. I know that this whole swing in the market started with China and what happened with them. So recently, you were just on our show talking about more home buyers coming from China. I know a few, I've heard in our neighborhood, they were buying up these houses and they're just empty. There's all these houses just empty from these Chinese homeowners. Do you think this will change now because of what's happening with their markets?
I tell you what, I think it's only going to add on to what we're seeing in the market.
Add on?
Absolutely. I think that, there's a very good chance now with people, if they are going to get out of the market and pull a little bit of money out of the market and diversify into real estate, I think not only are you going to have the overseas buyers who are coming in with all cash, but you're going to see more people who are using money out of investments from the stock market to purchase property because they like the secure return on investment.
Well, only time will tell, Ken.
Agreed.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donuts and bagels, by the way.
It's my pleasure. And we're taking viewer questions. So if there are any questions that they would like to have answered, they can always get in touch with us via Twitter if they'd like it, at Noble Agent. So.
Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll also put the information. I know it's on our website because I know people are busy right now. They may not be able to write down your information. So fox5sandiego.com, click the Scene on tab. So if you have any, money real estate questions,
we'll address
he
them
is the guy. He is the guy. Always good to see you. Thank you.
My pleasure.